So now we come to the Virgo, and in Leo, the fire sign, the key phrase was I will, therefore I am. Okay, it was a house of self will. And now after that we come to the Virgo, which is I analyze, so I am. There are some astrologers who call it the key phrase as I serve, therefore I am. In fact, that was a phrase, that was a motto of my college, Virginia Tech UT Prosium, which was very Virgo like. So, the Virgo is the mission control room where, the smallest details are taken care of. It is ruled by Mercury, and the stage of life is early youth. You know, after you have touched your puberty and then teenage, suddenly there comes a time where you start becoming very conscious about yourself, that you are a female and then you have the other male. You are suddenly all these feelings of growing are happening, and it is also represented by a virgin. And in this sign is, as I said, is extremely service oriented. You know, where the Leos have the pride, Virgo has the modesty. Where Leos have the ego, Virgos have the humility. Where Leos are ruling, Virgos are serving. So every sign, the next sign is usually complementary. It is the next phase, and uh, so they can be very good healers, doctors, any kind of service industry where you're serving someone else. Um, they are extremely good with details. They're extremely organized, orderly. Like when they enter, the whole chaos, the whole disorganization comes into order, very clean. And they clean their minds also, so they can have very changeable minds. We talked about how Leo meets the fear, but here again, they have to go through another dimension of anxiety, and they usually have very nervous systems, and sometimes they have difficulty to digest. In fact, my dad used to say that if they have anxiety, it is hard for them to digest. That is why the digestion is hard. They worry a lot. They analyze a lot, where the Leos loved that appreciation but self and for others. Here they are critical on others, but if it makes you better, they are even more critical on themselves, to the point of being neurotic. But they have very good intellect. They are ready to really work hard. The astro code that most people used to refer, the Virgos, practice makes you perfect. They really, there have been so many studies that have shown that, it is not so much just the talent, but it is like sheer hard work. Like you have to spend 10,000 hours or something, and that unlocks your, uh, supposedly magically, in air quotes, unlocks your talent, unlocks your potential. So really, this is a sign where you can do that. This is the sign that calls for that. And on the sadder side, you can be like, they can become too critical. Then that takes out the humor in life. That takes out the easygoingness in life. It is like a little bit of, too much perfection. See, if you now, Virgo is an air sign ruled by Mercury. Now, if you remember the other air sign ruled by Mercury, that was Gemini, which was really happy go lucky. So, here now that happy go lucky has gone to the next stage where it has started worrying a lot. Like, those are the shadow sides that they have to work on. Um, really, that is who Virgo is in nutshell. They are really humble, practical, earthy people, but the earthiness is something else. It is earthy about details. Like after, you know, if you have a, if you're sowing a plant or something, you've sowed it at the right time. You have, but then you really need to work on it. The farmers work really hard, and there is a perfect time for everything they have to see, and that is Virgo. Okay, all that planning, work harding, organizing, making things happen. Um, there is another joke in the Astro community that if you once a Virgo leaves the job, well, no one wants to fire a Virgo, but once a Virgo leaves office, you typically have to hire two people to take their place or more. So and Virgo is in everyone's chart. It is just at a different position. So take a look at that. Thank you.